Obviously, it was a tough night. Not a whole lot of things went well for us, and it went right for us. And I think that's, we gotta be one of those teams that's not going to sit there and wait for something to go right, but we got to be a team that's going to kind of go out there and generate some things and make some things go right. At some point in time, we got to be able to feed off of some positive momentum and some positive energy, and we just haven't had that opportunity just yet. I don't know why. I don't know exactly if it's something we need to try to find a way to do something different and some things to kind of create something that early, but the reality is, in 5 games, I think every single one of them, yes, they're fighters. Yes, we continue to fight through things. Yes, you can see the attitudes that, the guys that didn't quit, whether they were older guys or younger guys that finished that game. But we got to find a way to be able to play off of some positive things and play off of some emotions and energy, as opposed to, hey, having to feed off of being down, feed off of the negative, and just talk about scrapping and clawing and fighting. But it's a process, and it's coming. It's hard to see at times, but this is one of those ones that we're going to have to go back and we're going to have to study hard. It's not like last week where you kind of put it away a little bit. This is one you got to really study and try to figure out, where are the situations, where are the things that are showing up on Tuesday and Wednesday in practice and that aren't showing up on Saturday. And as coaches, we got to really kind of dig deep into those things and be able to show those examples to guys. Not just show them the game, but show a Tuesday or Wednesday clip of a practice of something that maybe didn't go well and how we didn't handle it on Saturday. We just got to continue to find ways to show these guys that it's a process, and the process begins every day when we start practice.
Offensively, it seems like it takes a little while to get those guys going early in games. Is there any solution to that? Is there any fix to it? Or
that was kind of our focus this week, to say, hey, last week I felt bad. I put them in that situation to say, hey, this is one of those games where we got to slow things down. We got to make sure that we're not giving them more possessions than we can handle. This week we didn't. This week we say, let's go. Let's start this thing. Let's get off on the right foot. Let's don't hold back. Let's try to wing it. And not just mean throw it, but I mean really be an aggressive style. And it didn't happen. And unfortunately, right now we kind of have and continue to feed off of some of the things that don't go well. But at some point in time, we got to find a way to feed off some positives and some things that are going well.
How much of it is maybe talent, technique, new staff?
No, we're not going to make excuses. And I think that's the thing. We believe in the guys we got. We believe in what we're doing. We believe in how we're doing it together. But there are some things that just making sure that finding ways to as you see, to get even some guys that might have an opportunity to make some bigger plays. Give them an opportunity, give them a chance, and whether that's talent, whether that's just putting guys in the right positions in the right situation. Still getting to know guys. We're 5 games in of truly finding out and understanding what our guys will and can do when the lights come on. We've practiced with them with 8 months. We've grinded them through weight rooms and things like that. But it's different. When that crowd gets going, those lights pop on, you really kind of find out what your guys really can and can't do, and how they kind of rise and fall, and how the emotions of the game affect them.
You get a fumble to start the game, and then you fumble it right back. How much of a down? I mean, obviously it's a down, but can that switch a whole game that fast?
Again, being, I would say young, being new, being a team that needs to generate some momentum. We're looking for it in any way possible. Whether that's on a special team, whether we need to just find ways to generate something new. That was one of those big ones. You get a turnover right there, and then unfortunately you turn it right back over. And again, what kind of swings are those things? It is emotional. Football is an emotional game, and again, like I said, we got to find ways to be able to feed off some positive emotions.
What was the difference with Hayden tonight than from last week? You just couldn't seem to get anything going.
Well, they play a little bit different. I mean, they're going to challenge. They're going to be up on guys and make you have to, earn every single thing you got and everything you're going to get. And again, we got to go back and take a hard look at it. Our ability not to run the ball early on again can put us in a tougher situation. So, I think we just got to manufacture. We got to find some ways that early on, if we can generate some of that, some of that momentum with a running game, as opposed to just saying, hey, we got to find the guy, we got to pick for somebody, we got to create something. It gets tough. It gets tough on those offensive guys to try to manufacture everything. We got to be in some situations where we can let our guys that have the ability to make some plays make them.
And I guess what you were talking about, you showed some signs of life early in the second half, and then the mishap on the punt happened, and it drained it all out.
Again, there's dull things. I mean, we go down there right before half and try to punch one in and say, okay, now you know what, let's be smart, let's take the points here to generate a little bit of positivity because we just haven't had it. So, and we missed the field goal right there going in, and then, you know, you come out, you score, and you have a ball hit off you on the punt. I mean, it's one thing after another. You know, again, you can't make excuses for it. You got to make your breaks. And I think that's the thing that we're going to have to keep talking to our guys about. Nobody's going to hand us anything. It's not going to be something easy. We're going to make our breaks. And how do you make your breaks? By continue to battle, continue to fight, you know, and have an opportunity to make some plays.
Defensively, you played really well for a lot of the game, but kind of gave up some big plays and some penalties that turned into points. How do you avoid big plays moving forward?
I don't know. I mean, again, continue to do what we do. We try to tell them that we're going to play our best ball at the end of the year. How are we going to play our best ball at the end of the year? Because we're going to be consistent, we're going to continue to work, and we're fundamentally going to get better, and our execution is going to get better. You know, we're seeing us really play well, you know, for short spurts, and then all of a sudden something happens. You know, and it's not even, you know, I can take the ones that guy gets thrown the ball thrown up on him, you know, and he gets, you know, guy goes up over top and makes a play. That's a game, man. It's the ones where return guys loose. It's the ones where, you know, the concentration, the execution to what we got to do better, you know, and I'm going to put it on myself too. We're going to have to challenge them. We're going to have to do some of those things in practice and, you know, manufacture some things again that maybe you hadn't worked on. You know, there's a couple of things there. Again, we didn't show our guys, and that's where we're starting to see that the things that pop up that we don't show them, we haven't done a great job of reacting to.
Coach, you talked earlier in the week about how their speed on the perimeter was going to be something you were looking for. What else bothered you with Marshall's offense?
You know, I thought for the most part we did a pretty good job on the perimeter, on the edges. You know, the tight ends what hurt us, and it was more turning guys loose. You know, maybe even from the get-go bailing off a little bit and giving up some hitches to the field or something high inside maybe we shouldn't have done. Kind of like myself, I'm kicking myself for pooching the kickoff. You know, the sky kick on the kickoff that I thought was a good change-up for us that we really hadn't done. It might just create and generate some momentum of putting the ball in somebody else's hand, but all those things, you know, you got to kind of look back at and say, hey, you know, we got to have faith and confidence in our guys to do the things we do, and I don't think they hurt us on the edges as much.
What can you say about the fight you guys put up in the second half, getting 21 points on them?
Again, we're a fighting crew. We know that. And we're going to pride ourselves on that, but we'd like to be able to fight in those situations where, you know, like 2 weeks ago, we're going to fight to make a win. We don't want to just be scrapping and clawing out there trying to make it close. That's not who we are. That's not what we want. But if that does come to that situation, you know, we're going to challenge ourselves and we're going to measure ourselves on it. We're going to pop on that third and fourth quarter. I'm going to pop on that last kickoff and find out who really wants to play, you know, and who's got a burning desire and a passion to, you know, take this program and take this season and the things that we're doing in the right direction.
Bright spot maybe. Javon Halls, I thought, saw him flash a couple times on punt coverage and then made a couple catches.
He did. He did. The first time I put him in there, he was the one that had the fumble over there. Did they overturn that? I think that's the one they overturned. You know, and some people would be upset. I mean, yeah, we got to take care of the football better. But if you watch the replay, the reason he turns that thing over, not an excuse, he's fighting and scratching and clawing for every yard. You know, and I went right over to him and said, hey, yeah, we got to take care of the ball, but I love the fight. I love you trying to do whatever it is you can to generate some energy and some things for us. And like you said, he was the guy that made a big play down there in the end zone for us.
Anything else?